Now, this is Miss P here. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I know it's late. I understand. But I did make an agreement with myself this week that every day we were going to go live related to what we're doing. We're teaching hospitals the tools they can put in place right now to get their employees in that place aligned where they can bounce past burnout, right, and overcome overwhelm. And so I'm not going to let you down. Matter of fact, rephrase, because it's not about that. I'm not going to let myself down because I've given myself my word. And so here we go. Now, the only thing I'm doing different, because it is late, I'm going to tell you right now, I get delirious when I get tired. And normally I'm in bed by 9:30. But my rule is keep my word. Like my grandma would say what you mean and mean what you say. So I'm going to have my trusty notes right here. And I'm not going to miss any steps because the other days I look back at my videos. There's things I didn't say that I felt were powerful that I should have said. So we're going to have the notes with us because I already know how exhausted I am today. So let's go and get into it. Again, this is Miss P here of Implemented Knowledge Institute. And this week we're covering things that hospitals, clinic supervisors, hospital directors, or corporations can put in place right now. These transformative tidbits work. And you can literally implement them with your employees and begin to see the results right away. So let's hop into it. Now, as a hospital director or a clinic supervisor or a corporation, if you are dealing with this, right, and you know you want to put in something to make a difference in your employees' lives, these are the next level sections of this area. This is Wednesday, so this is section 3. There are 3 things you can begin to put in place right now. And they go with resilience building, right? You can begin to build resilience training for your people so that way they know. You can also put in mindfulness practices. And third but not least, you can literally do emotional intelligence training. Now, emotional intelligence training, when I think of that, I understand the power of the fact when you begin to control who? You. Like, that part in the Bible when it says know thyself. Well, once you got emotional intelligence, you definitely know yourself. So I just think those are 3 powerful tools you can begin to train your employees on right now. And also yourself. Because at the end of the day, every single one of us at times feel we're under pressure. And so put things in place and it don't feel like that. And then you have something to go to and go with because now you're equipped. You got that armor on. You ready. So we're starting with number 1. Some things you can put in place to help build resilience, these resilient exercises. You can offer workshop sessions that focus on resilience building techniques such as stress management, problem solving skills, and adaptive coping strategies. What you say? Now again, you can teach them in these workshops stress management, problem solving skills, and adaptive coping strategies. Number 2 of 1, you can incorporate activities like team building exercises, role playing scenarios, and case studies that simulate challenging situations commonly encountered in the healthcare setting. And I mean make it real. Okay, make sure that these case studies are spot on with what they would feel and go through. Because when you can feel and go through it, you're going to remember. And therefore you'll be equipped better to deal with it, especially in the healthcare setting. Also, you can provide resources and tools for self-assessment, goal setting, and personal development. These all empower your employees to take proactive steps in building their resilience. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what's going on with them in their work environment. It's what's going on with them in their everyday lives, including personal life, right? So if you provide these tools, they're proactive all the way around. This is how you'll be able to see it show up so they can show out. Because now they're equipped. They ain't got the other stuff worried about. They just ain't dealing with none of that no more. It's like, what? Huh? Like when you were little, that saying, you would say, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you like glue. Because now you're not stressing and worrying about anybody else's business other than your own. And that means what's dealing with you. Period. Also, you can encourage reflection and resilience building practices through regular debriefing sessions following stressful or challenging situations. Now, see, in the military, we call this after action reviews. That way we talked about what went wrong, what went right, and what we can do better. Well, that's what these debriefing sessions would do. Whenever you had a challenging incident happen or something stressful occurred, you're going to get them all together. And that briefing will make sense. That debriefing you'll see. You'll see your people come in, boy, and when you start teaching them and they showing up for you, you see how that transition works. Because now they know what to do. Just in case that same kind of thing, even though different patients come back around, they prepared to be prepared, Now, number 2, like we said, that you can implement mindfulness practices. Now, mindfulness practices, these trainings, like put in place these trainings, I'm telling you, they teach your employees how to cultivate present moment awareness, manage stress, and enhance concentration. Not only concentration, enhance focus, right? When you got enhanced focus, that's a whole nother level of focus, right? Ain't nothing coming in there. Like you got it right here. They zeroed in. And things are getting done quicker, faster, more efficiently, And you're just like, wait, what happened? Why? Because you put in this mindfulness training where it does that. It enhances their concentration and focus. Because you ain't brought in the folks who know what they're doing to show them what to do. Okay? Gotta do what you do. Offer also guided mindfulness sessions led by trained facilitators. Or you can also implement digital platforms that your employees can access at their convenience. Now, there, quote, well, my workshop includes that. It includes a live workshop version as well as an online. Because the whole point is make sure they can continue to reinforce. That's what I'm saying. Accelerate learning to me means I can continue to reinforce everything I'm learning. And the reason why you want it, because you want it to become route knowledge. Not something that you just had your people go through and you check the box for a CE, right? Meaning continued education. You want that continued education to become ingrained in them. So in that way, it's not where they got to second guess themselves. They know, without even thinking about it, subconsciously, it has been poured in that it becomes that habit, right? Like riding a bike, even though you fall off, if you're rolling a while, you know how to get back on and you get right back to riding, right? Same thing with your car. When you drive to your job, to that hospital, to that clinic, to your corporation, it is ingrained. Like subconsciously, you know where to turn, where to go, where to get off, what exit it is. Especially here in DFW, if you're good at what you're doing, it became so route, you even know them back roads you can take to avoid some of that traffic. Because there's a lot in DFW. My point is, you do become habitual. I think that's the word I can use. Habitual. Because now it is ingrained in you. So if you have it for your employees where not only there's a live workshop, but there's an online presence for them to be able to log into and continue to reinforce that, then it will become habitual. And everybody in their life wants to be able to be the best version of themselves and in a way where they don't have to think hard and work hard at it, right? You want it to be fun. You want them to be doing transformative things for it to make sense for them. Then they feel good about even logging in. Okay? That's what you want. Because those components help that. Now, you can also, in this mindfulness training, other than just the digital platforms, you can integrate mindfulness practices into their daily routine. Suggest, brief meditation exercises before their shift even start, as well as during their breaks. Mindfulness walks. Then, what you say, there's a mindfulness eating activity that you can begin to practice. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I like food. Now, I'm getting better at eating healthier, but I'm telling you, I like food. So having something that's a mindfulness eating activity, you can still do it and then do it with gluten-free, dairy-free, safe stuff, sugar-free. But you're using that technique to stay right here, centered in the zone of the now. So mindfulness techniques, they work to keep you in that zone, right? And provide resources such as mindfulness apps, audio recordings, written guides, or support employees in establishing their mindfulness practice outside of formal training sessions. It can't be what you only have them doing at work, because they're not only every day, 24 hours a day, just at work. They are a human being that goes other places. So if they have a way to incorporate their mindfulness practices outside of those walls in their office or on the floor that they work on, it's going to be more beneficial to them as well as to you as the hospital director or supervisor of a clinic or corporate CEO. You understand what I'm saying? You'll see the value in it. Now, number 3, fostering emotional intelligence training. I ain't gonna lie. when I realized what they meant when they said fostering emotional intelligence, to me this is big one. Like this is like big. Because when you think emotional intelligence, you're talking about that strength that comes from here. You know how powerful this is? I mean, right here between these two ears, what did they tell you? You know, Nightingale said in his CDs way back then when they're still on the record player. But it's cool because on YouTube you can listen to it. In his Stranger's Secret, he tells you the most powerful thing that men got going on is right here. It's our mind. So when you can literally strengthen the emotional intelligence, right? That increases your mind power. Because now you got things, boy, it's like your secret weapon. It's your superpower. So then you can conduct workshops that help your employees focus on emotional intelligence. Competencies such as self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and effective communication. Now, when you can communicate with anybody, whether you're at work, whether it's a patient, whether it's a client, whether it's somebody at home, if you can communicate effectively, man, you finna soar because now you don't have to worry about being misunderstood because now you know how to approach whatever situation it is with your level of effective communication. And then you see how good it feels because you can do this everywhere with anyone. Because what did we talk about? I said it in a previous video. All things in life, whether it be home or at work, is affected by relationships. Everything is relationships. Everything is relation. So if you have a strong relationship where you've built effective communication, you're going to see that benefit show up and show out for you time and time again. So I'm telling you, this part about emotional intelligence, don't slip on it. Don't sleep on it. If you know you've seen some stuff go downhill in your hospital and you ain't seen them numbers look right in quite a bit, you ain't seen your clinic just have some trouble and you got, again, like I say over and over again, good employees. Matter of fact, great employees. Run for the hills. And you've seen this in your corporation as well. Put these tools in place, guys. I'm not telling you something that's brand new. I'm telling you, test the time, things that are going on, that are happening, that are helping companies right now. That are helping hospitals right now. Or they say right now. Okay? So put them in. Don't waste time. Just implement. You can rewind the Facebook Live. It's going to record. And so then you'll be, you rewind and start implementing. Because at the end of the day, you want true transformation for your people. You want true transformation for yourself. Because every day we have breath in our bodies, what can we do? We can do better than we did yesterday. Okay, I digress. Let's get back to it. Now, in that fostering emotional intelligence, we talked about conducting workshops for focusing on emotional intelligence, competencies such as self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and effective communication. We also said use role-playing exercises. That's what we were. Use role-playing exercises, case studies, and real-life scenarios to help your employees develop their emotional intelligence skills, right? And dealing with patients, colleagues, and challenging situations. Now, I'm going to tell you, the other day, I was on break in between leaving my office, and there was a show my husband had pulled up. I'm like, it's like one of the HGTV channels, right? And it's Aloha. They're in Hawaii, and this husband and wife, they are the bomb diggy. They are really awesome when you see the camaraderie and how they build. Even when their challenges happen, like, they got it. It's just a beautiful thing to watch. But this particular episode, they had a contractor, and something had occurred at the house, at the site they were remodeling, right? And they came in like, oh, here we go. He finna tell us the problems, right? And they preparing themselves to hear the problems. And so when they get to him, this is what I'm saying this because it's connected to what we're talking about with these challenges and your colleagues and being able to deal with them on their emotional intelligence. His emotional intelligence to me was powerful. His name was Steve. At least that's what they said in the show. I mean, it could be something else. But in the show, that's what they called him. So let's just say that's what it is. And so Steve, he looked at them. They saying thing about being prepared for the problems, so lay the problems on us, right? Steve says, well, no, there's no problem. There's no problem. There's a challenge, though. There's a challenge. And then after he said there's a challenge, he commenced to say, but he got 3 solutions. He got 3 solutions we can implement right now that'll take care of this challenge. And then he just let them as the folks that were running the actual rehab, choose between the one that made most sense to them, that was more cost effective, was going to be beneficial to the families that moved in, going to be definitely safe for the families that were going to move there to this house in Hawaii, and it was going to be sturdy and solidified for them and their children, usually with smaller children running around. I'm like, now see that? I like that. Because he didn't come to them one about, I don't know what to do, George. He didn't do that. He literally said, no, there's no problem. There's a challenge. And provided them choices of solutions. What you say? Now, granted, I haven't seen them working with Steve and any of the others, but something else, happened later in a different episode. And it wasn't, I respect the fact Steve's fortitude is what it is. His little workers underneath him did some things that were shoddy that would put families in danger in their work ethic. But that wasn't Steve's work ethic, but he had left the site. And you know what he still did? He owned it. He owned it because them people worked for him. And he just said to the folks who had hired him, he said, you know what? That's on me. That's on me because I wasn't here. But I will stay and I will take care of this. And he did. He took care of it. They were now behind with the things they had to correct, but he got it done. And now the house was properly, weight-bearing wall. Everything was right. The roughing with the electrical, everything was redone. He got it together. And all I could think to myself was, man, I respect this man as a contractor. But them little ones that were working under him, I'm disappointed. Because instead of them stepping up and doing what he had taught them in the right way, they cut corners and did it the wrong way when it was putting people in danger. If they would have not paid attention to that. But that little bitty herself, that wife, boy, she ain't no joke. She pays attention to every detail. She know what she done seen in her head and how it's supposed to look when she get in there. Even if she ain't took it all the way down to just the studs throughout the house, she don't play. So she paid attention right away. Boom, I caught it. In like 2-3 spots. But what was disappointing was, like I said, was the folks who worked under Steve. So now will you as a hospital want to be responsible and own it when your folks do something, even though you've given them the training? I'm not saying that every single person that you have working for you going to all of a sudden get shipshape. But for the majority, at least 80-90% will, because now you have equipped them with things like this that is emotional intelligence that makes them better as a person, not just as an employee. It's a whole other level of living your life to its fullest, to the best. And we weren't put here to be mediocre. We weren't put here to do just enough. We were put here to be in a place where, man, we can soar, fly like eagles, and then just be grateful and gratitude that we are here, human beings, living that life in that level of energy, and you're not worried about the other stuff, because that negative, you ain't even got to let none of that in. It don't even belong here. Why? Because every single one of us, right? We know this now. We all get what we think about. Whether we want it or not, we getting it because we the ones who keep thinking it. So why would we think and focus on anything negative? We wouldn't if we understood the process of how that works. So we change up what we're doing because we realize, I've been doing it like this for a long time. I haven't seen the results I wanted. So now, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try something unorthodox. We're going to go, matter of fact, let's take that word out, try. We're not going to try, we're going to do. Right? We're doers. But we're going to do something unorthodox. And I'm telling you, they're right here. They're right here. These notes. Implement these resilience building exercises. Implement mindfulness practices for your employees. Implement emotional intelligence training. And see how the value becomes overwhelmingly great for your corporation, for your hospital, for your clinic. Like, you just gonna be like, that lady, Mrs.P on that Facebook, she's something else. She may be a little special, but she ain't no joke when she was giving out them Transformative Tidbits. They work. That's all I'm saying. And when you see they begin to work, please come back in here on Facebook and comment and tell me and let me know. I'm like, all right, thank you. Appreciate it. Don't leave me in the dark. Because I know it can work for you. But let me know so I can have your examples and feel good about that too. I mean, I feel good anyway, but it's nice to hear it from you. Is there another one? Okay. Offer training on active listening techniques, conflict resolution strategies, nonverbal communication. Now, action speaks louder than words. You can see body language. So when you teach nonverbal communication skills, you're equipping them with something extra, right? This enhances their interpersonal effectiveness and relationship building. And last but not least, provide opportunities, okay, for feedback and reflection to help your employees identify their own strengths and areas for growth in their emotional intelligence. Now, I say all of this to say this right here. Incorporating these strategies as a hospital director or a clinic supervisor or a corporation CEO, incorporating these strategies into your hospital, your culture, and these operations can contribute to a more resilient, mindful, and emotionally intelligent workforce. I see you, right? Ultimately improving employee well-being, patient care, and organizational performance. So you're talking about the overall big picture here. Regular evaluation and feedback mechanisms will also be essential because it allows you to assess the impact of these strategies and make necessary adjustments over time. Meaning, this is a living, breathing document. It's a living, breathing SOP. Meaning, you can make changes as much as you need related to the culture that you have in your establishment. See, what's going to be beneficial to your people, that is what you begin to adjust. And you can always do it. That's why it's a living, breathing SOP. Like in the military, what does SOP stand for? I think a lot of civilian places do use that now. But standard operating procedure, if you're making changes for like situations like this, where these tidbits are being poured into your people, you can always improve and make it better because your people are going to tell you what's going on. Hence the reason why you're doing those after-action reviews when something happened, right? That's challenging. Hence the reason why you're checking in with them and getting feedback. So then you can know, okay, what are some other things that can be essential that we need to put on the list, right? And what do we need to take off the list? It's a beautiful thing when everybody can work together and be a transdisciplinary team that works and listens to one another, okay? That's how effective communication looks. Again, like I said, right now, implement resilient building exercises, mindfulness practices, and foster emotional intelligence training for your employees. Hey guys, that's enough for me tonight. Thank you for being here and listening to me. I know it's late, but I needed to keep my word and make sure that this Wednesday's, hospital tidbit was provided. So that way we move on to the next tidbit for hospitals tomorrow on Thursday. So again, this is Ms. P here at Implement Knowledge Institute saying thank you every single one of you for listening. I send you much love, success, energy, and support your way. And you and your families, please take care, stay healthy, and stay safe. And also here on Facebook, follow me on all social media platforms. I'm telling you, I gotta do better at remembering all this stuff. Whatever I want you to do, follow me on all social media platforms. Miss P is it. MRS Mrs.P.P. You'll see it. It'll come up. So thank you guys again. Take care. Talk soon. We'll talk tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace out. Good night.